Any real estate in Georgia, you've got a property tax bill coming. It's going to happen sometime this year, probably around the first week in June. And when it happens, you're probably going to wish that you had done something ahead of time to reduce the amount of that bill. Well, you can, but the time to act is right now. And real estate expert John Adams is here, and he's going to tell us how to do it. John, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so it's January. We're talking about potentially June. Why is now the time to act?
Two things. First, you need to realize you're probably paying more than your fair share of property taxes, and now is the time to do something about it. The sooner we take action, the better our chances of success.
All right, let's break it down. What do we need to know?
Well, in Georgia, our taxes are what are called ad valorem taxes. And what that means is we're taxed based on the value of the property, and it's up to the county tax assessor to determine what that value is. Now, we have an opportunity to suggest before April 1st to the county that it would be a good idea for them to take a look and re-evaluate the property. And if we don't do that, they probably won't.
Okay, so what's next? I know a lot of people are scared, hey, if they make the value of my property less, then I might sell it for less, you know, but I guess you can't necessarily say what that assessed value for the tax is as opposed to what your home's worth.
The thing to remember here, Buck, is that there is absolutely no relationship whatsoever between the assessed value of your property and what it's really worth or what it would bring in a sale. I know a lot of people, we all want our house to be worth as much as possible, especially as we get ready to sell. But, and I've had people say, well, I don't want to lower my valuation because it might hurt when I sell. That's simply not the case. So you really have nothing to lose by asking.
Okay, so how do we come up with this value then that we want to submit?
We are going to fill out a form called a Georgia PT 50R. Now that's a big mouthful, but basically it's just a form saying to the county, hey, I think my home is worth less than you think it's worth or you thought it was worth last year, and I'd like you to take another look at it. And here's what I think it's worth. And then you just take that to the tax assessor.
Okay, any other tips along with that?
Well, here's the key. The sooner we do this, the better, because the tax assessor, we have until April 1st, and then they cut the whole thing off. Well, the problem is, as you get closer to April 1st, the tax assessor's office becomes exponentially busier. I mean, everybody in the county is wanting to get their property reviewed, and by the end of May, it's just not possible for them to do the job. Now is the time to take action.
Okay, so I've finished my Georgia form PT 50R. There, I said it. All right, so I've finished that. Now what do I do? Well,
it's the safest thing to do is to hand deliver it to the tax assessor's office. I don't mind if you mail it, but that really is the safest thing to do. The best is to hand deliver it and get a receipt, because if you've got a receipt, that proves that you took it in there. The problem is they're dealing with so much paperwork that things tend to get lost. When that happens, you have no recourse if you don't have a receipt.
It seems so antiquated, though. Something I think a lot of people would say, hey, can I do this online? It sure would be a lot easier.
Some counties, very few. Gwinnett, in the metro area, will allow you to file online. Kudos to Gwinnett County, which is great. But you still don't have a receipt. And I really would like to see you have some proof that you did ask for the review. And that's where the hand delivering the form comes in.
All right, you got time to stick around for a few minutes and talk to the people?
I am. We're going to be talking more about this, Buck, as we get into the new year, and I'll be going into more detail. But the important thing is during our Facebook chat today, right here at My Fox Atlanta, we're going to be talking about the details, answering questions, and I've got a free special report called How to Lower Your Property Tax in Georgia. To get that, go to my website at money99.com. That's where you'll also get that Georgia PT 50R.
Georgia PT 50R. I got it. Now, if you have real estate problems, as John mentioned, head to the Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page right now. He'll be here for the next few hours. He's going to be posting responses to your questions. So you got a question for John? Now's your big chance. Thanks, John. And coming up,